Now, as you can see, we've painted the two fuselage halves, and we've also painted the interior here grey as well. Okay, so put those aside and then take your Module 5 interior covering template, and with the sheet of white plastic that was provided with you, cut out a couple G3 and G4 parts. Okay, and these parts, as you can see here, are then going to go onto the inside of the fuselage. So take your fuselage half and then take one of your parts and then just double check, making sure that that fits in there nicely. And once you're happy that there's a test fit, there will be a little bit of overhang and you fitted it in there, okay, but we can clean that up later once it's glued down. Once you're happy the way that that sits, glue that down into position. Once again, take the other half, okay, and the other part that was supplied as well, and once again placing that in there, test fitting and making sure that everything fits nicely. And once you're happy that that fits in there, okay, glue that down into position. Alright, now once you've actually glued that into position, we're then going to go ahead and start marking it off, painting the interior details as we did with the other fuselage halves in the previous stages and packs, and then adding more details to the kitchen area. Now, as you can see, we've got the two fuselage rear halves painted up as per the instructions which we spoke about earlier. Once you've done that, put that aside and allow that to dry. Next, you want to get your half sheet of aluminium and also your kitchen covering template, okay, and transfer the template onto the metal sheet and then cut the parts out for the interior of the kitchen area, carefully following the instructions and the following pictures with regards to how and where to put these parts. Next, take part G1, okay, and then bend it into shape using the small block that came on the fret, and then using the dowel that came, we need to cut off some parts 100mm long, curving the edges and making up the small tiny little bottles, okay. Once you've done that, these need to be painted silver, and then they will be dropped into the bottle rack, and then we'll add the bottle rack to the fuselage half. Now, once you've done that with the drinks rack, take the door frame, okay, and the hinge, and then carefully placing that into position onto the other half of the fuselage, glue that into position and then paint that, and then following the instructions up to steps 57, continue adding further details as we go along, and then next we'll come back at step 58 where we'll be joining the two halves together ready for skinning. So continue up to steps 57, adding all the smaller finer details.